3, 2, 1. What is this? Some kind of Toy Story 5? That was a quote from Toy Story 6, surprisingly enough.
High effort. Yeah.
I'm Adam from Your Movie Sucks. This is Sardonicast.
I'm Alex from HE, and I'm going to whip out Penny Pingleton. You know you are punished. From now on, you're wearing a giant P on your blouse every day to school so that the whole world knows that Penny Pingleton is permanently, positively punished.
Nice.
And I'm Jake from Man Carrying Thing, and dancing is not your future. One day you're going to own Edna's Occidental Laundry, which is a quote from Toy Story 5, weirdly enough.
Yeah, very interesting film. And we've got a special guest. Who that be? Show yourself.
Hello, I'm Kayla Says. My quote from Toy Story 5 is tablet bad, computer bad.
Oh, that was a good quote.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the climax of the movie.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I figured I will introduce myself. If y'all don't know me, I make videos over on youtube.com/Kayla Says. I make videos about pop culture, celebrity stuff, music, television, and movies are what I'm most fascinated in. I usually only talk about movies on my channel if they have like relevant discourse around them. But yeah, I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Your channels are fantastic. I always go to your videos when I need like a level-headed understanding of discourse that eludes me, you know, if I want to know what's going on with Jojo Siwa, you know, it's like I have no other. You're the only person I can trust, and you also have a book channel now too, which I didn't even realize until recently. That's awesome.
I do, yeah. It's called Kayla Reads. It's a little side project that I started just because I was like, you know, YouTube gets kind of grindy to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm kind of fitting the formula there and doing what I need to do there. And I was like, I want to do something that's like just kind of like a fun, more low-key project. And that's been good. Doing book reviews over there has like kept me sane almost when I'm spending every week talking about like the most nonsensical internet bullshit. Can I curse? I can curse,
yes,
right?
Please.
Oh yeah, please do.
There's only 3 demonetizable words, and I don't expect anyone to say them.
Okay, great. Excellent.
No, your book channel is wonderful. I think I watched a review of Yesteryear. Didn't you read Yesteryear? Is that one of your videos you did?
I did. Yeah, I did that review a month or so ago. I listened to that audiobook while I was moving apartments, and so that was like a good just thing to have in the background while I was going insane unpacking so many boxes.
Yeah, your videos cover so many, and I love all your videos, but so many of your videos cover topics that we end up discussing on Sardonicast, you know, because there's like that overlap between what's going on in pop culture world and just like movie world in general. I know Timothy Chalamet was like, we were talking about him and his fall from grace. I mean, I don't know, what is even going on with Timothy Chalamet right now? That's my question.
Timothy Chalamet has been drunk for the last 12 days because the Knicks won the NBA Finals. Yeah, I love that for him. I really do.
No, that's great. So you're a New Yorker, right?
I am a New Yorker. I'm from the New York City area. I grew up in a suburb outside of New York City, and I currently live in Manhattan, and I have for about 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Are you familiar with John Wilson? Because if not, you should be.
No.
He does.
Okay.
He has like
Who's that?
John Wilson. Alex, you still haven't seen it yet. It's insane. You would love it. It's produced by Nathan Fielder. It's called How To with John Wilson.
Oh yeah.
And it's a guy. It's 3 seasons, and he has a feature coming out soon. And he basically just like films everything in New York and creates these interesting art pieces where there is like a point to each episode, and he talks about some sort of like social grief or like something specific to New York, like scaffolding, right? And just how it's everywhere and what people think about it, making these little mini documentaries, but all of the B-roll is just like insane, weird characters that he's filmed throughout New York just by having his camera on all the time. But it fits with like the voiceover narration in really clever, punny ways. It's incredible. I would recommend it very hard. The reason I was curious is because I heard recently that he like operates a movie theater in New York too now, and does like special screenings and weird stuff. But yeah, I love New York. I've only been there once. I was there for like 3 days. I'd love to go back.
Yeah, I'm so
That's
jealous
cool.
of your experience because I always see on Twitter you're posting you're going to like these great movie screenings and Q&As and stuff. What is the movie scene like
Oh, it's
in
the
New
best.
York? Like what is it like being around all that stuff?
It's awesome. My like closest theater, the one that we go to the most frequently, is the notorious AMC in Lincoln Square. So that's the one that gets all of like the big premieres and all of that. And like
Yeah.
it is nice that we usually don't have to go far if we want to see something. My fiance and I are proud card carrying A-list members. We're also probably going to get the popcorn pass because we're literally there like every other day. But yeah, no, it's great. And there's like a lot of just folks here who are super passionate about it. I know the New York Film Festival is here too. I know a lot of folks who like go and cover that. Like it's New York. It is the great, the best place to be. And I always feel like I'm like sounding like a coastal elite New York asshole when I say that, but it is.
You're allowed to.
It's great. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's like
that.
me talking about food in Vancouver. Although New York is like, being there for 3 days, I'm like, New York might even be a better food scene. Maybe not for like sushi, but like it's got some great food. Can't find bagels like that anywhere else.
Oh, the bagels are so good. When I went to college in Boston, actually, and I would tell everyone there, like, we had this, like, shitty, it was called, like, Einstein Bros Bagels on my college campus, and I was
know
like,
exactly
you guys
what
don't
that is.
understand. These bagels are shit.
They're in
And
airports.
this place would have, like, it would irritate me because this place every day would have a line out the door of people trying to get these trash ass mediocre bagels, and I'm like,
In
you
New
don't
York?
understand. There are no in Boston
Oh.
when I lived in
Okay, yeah.
Boston, like people would like go and get like airport bagels, and I'd be like, no, there is a whole culture out here that you're missing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when I would go back to New York, like when I wasn't staying in Boston, like it was a refuge from that, which was great.
Oh my goodness.
What actually makes them so good? Like I've always heard about the New York bagels. I've never made my way to New York, but I've heard it's something to do with like the water or something.
Yeah,
specific
for the
like
dough
that?
of the pizza too. But
That's what they say.
Is that like an urban legend? Or?
I think there is some validity to it. Otherwise, you would think that if the entire world is wanting this thing, that someone would try to replicate it somewhere else.
Exactly.
Right. Like we've got great sushi in Vancouver because a bunch of Japanese people moved to Vancouver 100 years ago or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
you'd think the same thing would be true for New Yorkers moving to different parts of the country making pizza, but it's very difficult to find the right dough or especially for bagels too. There's something different about it. I have no idea. I'll have to do a deep dive one day.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, the podcast is turning into a bread podcast. That's been a running theme.
Yeah.
We
I'm
cool
keep
with it.
talking about bread. It's just like a secret obsession of ours.
I've made sourdough now, actually,
Oh, nice.
Love.
but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, the bagels here, the water is the rumor. It's also a rumor that, and like, I think it's actually somewhat true, but we say in New York City, the water is not kosher because it technically has a lot of microcrustaceans in it. So it's like,
Ooh.
that's why the water
Really?
is different here, is because we got little crabs in the water.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's awesome.
the crabs that make it special.
It's the crabs that make it special.
Is a bagel an appropriate movie food to take into a theater in New York? Or is that just like, what are you doing?
I'm sure you can.
I'd
I
do
mean,
it.
at our AMC, like people kind of don't give a fuck. Like we take in outside food all the time. So I personally have never taken a bagel inside of a theater, but I don't think they would say anything.
Have any of you ever been harassed by theater employees for bringing food into a theater? Because that's never happened, and I've never been very subtle about it.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I think as long as you're not really, really obvious, then it's fine. And even if you are, probably the employees are not going to care, but maybe.
I have a weird memory of it happening in London because you often get like your bag checked when you go into places. And
Oh,
I can't remember what the specific reasoning was, but I think I couldn't take something in.
you didn't have a license.
Yeah, my cinema license expired, so
I definitely snuck in an entire pizza into a movie once.
That's
when
amazing.
I was in Edmonton. it made sense.
I think that should be allowed. If you can get it in the theater, you should be allowed to have it.
Yeah. No, within the past year, I've brought like homemade pasta in a Ziploc bag. Like, it just that was during Avatar 3 because I didn't respect the movie and I was like, this is 3 hours. I'm hungry. Like, I was doing a 2-movie day. I need food at one point. Like, I just literally plastic fork and just like a hot Ziploc of fucking steaming spaghetti.
Oh my God.
I was happy. And then the seats were moving because it was D-Box, but I was eating the spaghetti anyway.
In D-Box too, that's...
Oh yeah, it was awful.
unhinged.
It was unhinged watching it in the first place, so I figured it didn't matter.
Spilling like pasta everywhere. That's
No,
awesome.
I didn't spill my spaghetti. They stayed tightly in my pockets.
Ew.
As a person that that looks up a lot of movie listings, trying to find a lot of obscure movies, it seems to be the case that if a movie's out in the US at all, it's definitely playing in New York or LA. Like, those are the two.
Mm-hmm.
Those are where they'll play exclusively for like 1 or 2 weeks before doing a wider release for certain films. Or if it's like a Netflix or some other type of weirdly distributed film that's trying to get an Oscar nomination, they'll play in New York and LA for a couple weeks, literally just to qualify, because there's rules within the Academy qualification for, if you want to be nominated, you have to play in theaters for like a couple weeks. And I'm pretty sure it literally specifies New York and LA, because that's probably where most of the Academy voters are.
Yeah, the only time within the last year that we have had to see a movie outside of our like AMC or one of the AMCs in the area, it was still New York. It was the theater that Netflix owns for Wake Up Dead Man, because that was the only place it was playing in a theater. So I had to go to like the Netflix branded.
That's so weird.
It was called the Paris Theater, and then like all of the advertisements beforehand were like just for Netflix properties. It was very odd.
Here's a question. What's the weirdest response you got for your Michael Jackson movie review?
Holy shit. Those people are crazy. And like, I knew it was going to be the case because that particular group of people, I said before that movie came out a year ago, I was like, this movie is going to make people lose their minds. And in my comments, I got called like an Israel plant quite often. Because there's an odd conspiracy surrounding like that I don't know, that they killed Michael because he was pro-Palestine or some crazy shit. So I got called like an IDF op.
What?
And I was like, yeah, I don't think so, guys. I don't think that's correct.
That's a real Boss Baby vibes type political commentary.
Conspiracy. Yeah.
Every day I'm like, the bar gets upped as to like what kind of crazy shit people will leave in my comments. It's wild. Oh
yeah, no, I was asking because it's nice that there's this thing where a lot of people get to experience what I was experiencing with like the Kimba crowd at one point. It's like, it's very similar. You got like you
mass psychosis.
Yeah, no, you have like a gospel and you have these tenets. You know, like you have to adhere to like a belief system as a part of the group. Like the support for an artist doesn't exist without this weird story that people tell. It's very interesting. Hyped for the second movie that might exist or might not exist.
Yeah.
My favorite like genre of comment that I get in that I got on that video, and like usually when I cover like popular mass marketed thing that I don't like, is a lot of comments are like, well, it made money, so that means you're wrong.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, I don't.
Classic.
It's like, oh, you got me there, guys.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Elon Musk is a trillionaire. You're wrong to criticize him.
That means he's the best
You're wrong
person
to
in the
criticize
world.
him.
Yeah.
He's the most moral
Exactly.
person in the world.
Yeah, insurance companies in the United States are making a lot of money. So like that means they're doing
So
something
they must be
great.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Literally.
They're doing a wonderful job. Yeah, everyone's very happy with it. So, I mean, I think one thing I really want to ask you, Kayla, is like, what is
Yes.
the origin? And we ask all of our guests, or at least I think they do. I mean, I was once a
Yeah.
guest, and then I was recruited into being a host. So just watch out; these
We
guys
trapped
might
you.
try to, yeah, they might try to trap you. No, but like, what is your movie origin story? Like, what made you such a cinephile that you are today?
Oh, great question. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a screenwriter, and that is like what my goal was. And then I sort of shifted focus when I went to college. I went to school for broadcast journalism, so I took a bit of a pivot into television. But my first love was always screenwriting. I took a couple classes. I was one of those kids that like made short films with my friends, inspired by like whatever movie I saw that week. Like we would watch horror movies that we weren't supposed to see, and then we would go and try to like imitate them in my backyard with my like shitty like flip like camera that I got for Christmas or whatever. So it's always just been like, it's always been a part of me. I think it's also like I love pop culture, and I think film has always been like a really big and interesting part of that. And I like how film sort of reflects where we are in the moment. That's why I like seeing new films and talking about them. But yeah, I always wanted to make movies. And so I did take like a bit of a detour in life and went into TV instead, and then left that to do YouTube. But that's my origin.
Dope.
Yeah, how does that your like love of movies, did that like apply in any way when you were starting your YouTube channel? Like how did that form to its like current iteration?
Yeah, I mean, I always loved to write when I was a kid, and so like I would write scripts for films, and you know, over time that kind of pivoted into like I always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like I was just like raised in that generation of like watching, like I grew up watching YouTube, and so I feel like I very much like I always saw myself doing this in some capacity. And the writing is really kind of what took me through like being able to script like little short films that I would make with my friends to, you know, my real job for a while was I was a TV producer, so my job was to like write the words that news anchors say. And I think a lot of that
wow.
I was able to like pivot into, you know, like taking a controversy and being able to explain it in like a 15-minute script. So that's kind of how that thread evolved through time.
Well, it's amazing the tightrope walk you have to walk sometimes when you're addressing these controversies, and I mean it takes a lot of skill to be able to like find the right path so that people aren't insane, which I mean they are going to be anyway.
I mean, they are inevitably, but yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to avoid no matter what.
That's something
right?
I've had to learn.
Yeah. How do you approach like the research like part of it then in order to make sure you get your dot your I's and cross your T's or whatever and not upset anyone? Because I was drawn to like your Ryan Reynolds and The Rock kind of like videos. And just, I don't know, like these are people with like huge fan bases, and I guess that's part of it, like talking to them or talking about them. And
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. I try like I try to consider as much as possible like any, because okay, I'll be so for real. A lot of it is like that I've learned is woman talking on internet. Like you're already starting at zero. You are like you are already you
For
go like
sure.
I've gotten comments that are literally like woman talking not relevant and like fair. Like okay, so I'm already like starting at a place where I have to win these people over, and so
Yeah.
that's why I try to do my due diligence in like trying to understand as many possible angles or like issues that people could take with what I'm saying before I say it, and I try to address everything like as equally and neutrally as possible. I try to do it to the best of my ability. It's always like I'll upload something, and the way I can tell like if I did something right is if I have like both sides of a fan base or an issue like telling me I did a bad job. I'm like, if you all think I did a bad job, then that actually means I did this correctly.
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, it's a good gauge.
Do you have any favorite filmmakers or films? Just ones that
I'm a
stick out.
big Luca Guadagnino fan.
Hey,
nice.
Call Me by Your Name is one of my favorites. I actually just caught a re-release screening, which was great. I'm a big I'm big into like kind of like the coming of age genre. I love those types of films. So those are the kinds of films that I like grew up with and like, you know, wanted to make. I also I don't know, I'm a big fan of like Uncut Gems is probably one of my favorites within the last like
Yes.
decade or so. I
Nice.
fucking love that movie. I know the Safdies are a little controversial, but I'm a big fan of their work. And I also like, I don't know, I like animation. I love Spirited Away. That's one of my favorites as well. well. So kind of all over the place. But yeah, I'd say Luca right now is probably my favorite, even though I didn't love After the Hunt that much. So I'm
Sure.
like,
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful mess.
a mess. Oh my God.
so funny.
An interesting mess. Like I was
Yeah.
intrigued in all of the ways in which it went wrong.
Yeah, like I would watch it again. I might buy it. Like it's a fascinating mess.
Yeah. It's very like rage baity, which I kind of appreciate. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this is an interesting swing, an interesting direction. But I'm excited to see what he's going to do next. Isn't he the one that has the AI,
Yes.
the Sam Altman film that just got shelved because of some bullshit? That's him, right? That sucks.
Well, it's not shelved. Amazon dropped out, and so they're looking for a new buyer. And it's kind of revealed a very interesting state of the film industry where every single major studio is now having major conflict of interest with AI companies. So even A24 is now partnered with like this AI firm, I think with Google or whichever one, but A24 is not interested in this Guadagnino film because it's critical of AI. So now the only two like major buyers that are even like interested are Neon and Mubi, and that's it. Which is like a fascinating and kind of disturbing exposure of what the industry is right now. Like
It's crazy how fast it's moving too.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that when they start production on this movie, it's just like, oh yeah, a movie about Sam Altman, OpenAI. Okay, let's do this. And now it's like even A24 is like flirting with and partnering with AI, and it's AI research or whatever it is. This is like a new developing thing, but it's crazy. It's so like. They're hedging their bets and just kind of like jumping full in on AI, and they're afraid. They're all scared. It's crazy.
I hear it's going to replace our jobs, and we shouldn't do anything about that.
Yeah, we should just let it happen.
We shouldn't mitigate the effects of that in any way. Actually,
No, not at all, because it's the future. It's progress. No,
Yeah.
I think an interesting, like when I I kind of on my channel I cover sort of like the controversy of the week, and there are certain themes that come up when you do a lot of these things, and one of them I think is the way that art and the process of getting art made is sort of diametrically opposed to like corporate interests in 2026, because here in America at least corporations have consolidated so much power that it is now like trickling down to things that you think would be insignificant, and it's really this has been a trend. Like as someone who used to work in like the television news industry, it started happening back in like 2016, and now we're really just starting to see like the full-on ramifications of like big corporations quite literally silencing like the media apparatus that's supposed to hold the government accountable. And so now to see it infiltrate in film in sort of a different way with AI, it's scary, not great, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, you even mentioned, like with I know you just did a Jimmy Fallon video, but in terms of like silencing these TV, like the tepid criticism of Trump that, Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and these people will do, it's just like, that's even too much at this point. And it's also like, how do you feel about like the talk show, like late night TV? Like what is happening to the collapse of that, in your opinion?
It's so interesting because late night, and yeah, it's kind of on my mind because of the Jimmy Fallon episode I did. It's late night exists right now for like people to watch it on Facebook Reels the next day. You know what I mean? And so a lot of it, like to me, it doesn't even really seem that like cutting or biting or offensive. They're just taking little jabs at the government, and the fact that the government is so petty. Like, I'll give you an example right now. Yesterday, my fiance is a producer for WABC, which is the biggest ABC affiliate station in New York City. He's been working for them for almost a year now. And they just put out like a campaign being like, if you value this station, let the FCC know, because all of the ABC affiliate stations are under review because the FCC doesn't like what, Jimmy Kimmel and the ladies on The View had to say about Donald Trump. And so now all of a sudden, like, all of these people are at risk. My fiance is at risk of losing his job because Donald Trump got offended by like a joke some white ladies made. Like it sounds ridiculous to say it. And like the crazy thing is that the origin of like this source material, late night, The View, it's like so palatable and inoffensive that it's crazy that we've gotten to this point, genuinely.
There's a band called Guar that is known for their like shocking performances. Basically, they'll do like weird theatrical things, and during every administration, they'll do like these weird mock executions of political figures from every persuasion. And as of yesterday, now this is the first time they're actually being investigated by the Secret Service because even though it's been a thing that they've done for decades, now it's bad. Now it's too much. Very sensitive.
Can you really be an artist without being investigated by some shadowy or government organization? I mean, really?
Yeah, it's their own fault.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, William T. Vollman, they thought he was the Unabomber. Yeah, I know you guys probably don't know who William T. Vollman is. No, I think I actually was wondering, Kayla, if I could do a lightning round of movie takes. Would you be down for that?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because we cover a lot of new releases, but you don't always talk about your recent movie takes. So I just want to run through some recent movies with you, and you can either say for, against, pro, con, whatever.
Okay.
And we'll go through it. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Loved it. I know that's a minority opinion. I loved it.
Okay. Was that a boo? Are you booing?
No, I was
guess?
saying books are a cool thing that I'm glad you cover on your channel.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Hamnet.
Didn't like it.
Boo.
Boring.
Okay.
Boo to the movie, not your take.
Okay, just to be
Thank you.
clear. No Other Choice.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
All right. One battle after another.
Loved it. Thought it was great.
Awesome.
Had a great time. One of my favorites of last year.
Nice. Obsession.
Loved it.
Nice.
Thought it was so good. I wasn't going to see it because I'm not a big horror person, but then everyone was like, no, go see it. And I'm glad I did. It was great.
You're not a big horror person. That's interesting.
I'm not. I'm a little bitch. I'm scared.
What about Backrooms? Did that work for you?
Backrooms I liked. I didn't love it, but I liked a lot of the swings that it took. I thought it was pretty cool that kid, he's 20 years old and he made that. Like, oh my God, I need to get killed. This is crazy.
Marty Supreme.
Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That was very Safdie core. I'm a Safdie fan. I'm a Chalamet fan. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about The Rock Safdie? What is that one called? What was that called?
Oh,
Smashing Machine.
Smashing Machine.
One smash
Yes.
after another.
Found it pretty boring. Great cauliflower ear SFX. Very impressive.
Yeah, truly.
That's a good take.
The Running Man.
Didn't see it. Brian saw it. My fiance saw it. He said it was all right.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a couple more. Wicked for Good.
Bad doo-doo ass. Terrible. Not good. Finally vindicated because everyone gave me shit because part 1 was better than people were expecting. And I was like, yeah, part 2 is going to be ass because part 2 that musical's ass. And I was right.
Nice. I'm so glad I didn't get nominated for anything, so I didn't have to watch it.
Yeah, it was
bad.
so bad.
Okay. Ella McKay.
Didn't see it. Best movie of the year, though.
You missed
I
the
didn't see it.
movie event of the year. Okay, whatever.
I missed the movie event of the year.
A fake cinephile award. The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Didn't see that one either, actually. Got to catch up on that one. Didn't get a chance.
Wow. Okay, Wuthering Heights.
Oh, Christ. That's my least favorite movie of the year so far. Jesus fuck. Yeah, I hated that movie. So bad.
All right. Fair. Okay, well, follow-up question, moving away from movies slightly. I know you're a huge musical theater nerd, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a favorite show that can be anything?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. I mean, I love Rocky Horror. I just saw the revival of that on Broadway. I'm a big, let's see, one of the ones I saw in the last couple of years that came to town was Parade with Ben Platt. That was really, really great. I'm a fan of Phantom. You know, it's corny, but it's an old school classic. And I appreciate the staging and the pageantry of Wicked, even though I don't think it was adapted the best to a film. So those are some of my theater takes.
Nice. Who here's seen the Book of Mormon?
I love Book of Mormon too.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Book of Mormon's great.
Also, I'm very curious, Kayla, because if you enjoy Safdies, have you seen The Curse, the show?
Love The Curse.
Thank you.
Curse is awesome. I will follow Nathan Fielder to the end of this earth.
All right. Well, now you have to definitely check out the John Wilson show because Nathan produced it.
I will.
You got it.
Yeah, no, I love The Curse. I think it was so underrated because I feel like it just flew under the radar for a lot of people. I want to go back and rewatch it because my fiance hasn't watched it. It's great though.
No, I'm gonna rewatch that at some point for sure. I would love a physical media release. I don't know if Paramount is gonna do that after Nathan called them Nazis in rehearsal season 2. Now they own Warner, so hopefully hopefully he continues to be able to create things.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Paramount, bro. I used to be employed by that company, and now I'm not, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
They gave me a free Paramount Plus login, and then they took it away, and I was like, you guys suck. This was the only benefit of working for you guys.
It costs them nothing.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, that's terrific. I'm sorry about the Paramount Plus situation. That sounds really difficult.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I have one more question. We probably need to move along to the first movie, but I need your take. Lin-Manuel Miranda, how are you feeling about him?
These days, I think he is rather inoffensive. I'm grateful to him because that is one of the most popular videos on my channel when I made a video about him. And so I'm happy for everything he's contributed to the ecosystem. And I do think he's coming out with a new Broadway project. So I'm excited to see what that entails.
Oh, sweet. Is it what about Ben Franklin or something?
Yeah, he should just do like an MCU, like all the founding fathers get their own hip hop musical. I think that would do really well.
It actually probably would. I mean, it'd be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And that satisfied some of my, curiosities about your movie. I think you're a true cinephile. I think we've got a real one here.
Sure.
Thank you. I love being purity tested.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a purity test. It was just, a
test
rigid examination. All right, so are we talking Toy Story 5?
Yeah, Toy Story 5 time. I will qualify that, I had such a debate in my head over whether or not I was going to watch the film. And I've been too busy. And I was considering should I download a camera? And I didn't. And so, it is you can all have this conversation and I'll listen and you can spoil it and it doesn't matter because I was never going to enjoy this film in the first place because you know me.
Oh,
you know me.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw this out there to anybody who's these consistent idiots who, when there's one person that didn't watch a movie that wasn't even a recommendation, they go, you do your job. It's like, okay, well, none of you did your job because we could have been talking about fucking... The Love That Remains by Hlynur Pálmason. Okay, that's a new film that's on digital right now, and it's incredible. It's incredible. I would love to talk about that, but everybody has different ideas about what an important movie to talk about is. So go for it. Talk about Toy Story 5.
Do you know that, Adam, by not seeing it, you are pulling money out of Tom Hanks's pocket?
That's
right?
The goal.
And Tim Allen.
Yeah, Disney needs your cash, man. They're struggling.
Yeah.
Tim Allen made enough money by being a snitch.
Who did he snitch on?
Oh, he used to be a cocaine dealer. and then he snitched. He got a plea deal and then he became a Disney icon. This is all true.
What?
Yeah, don't you
That's
know? Oh my
know
god. I'm not even joking.
No.
He is a snitch.
I'll drop his mugshot in the Discord.
Yeah.
Just make the thumbnail his mugshot.
Instead
Sure,
of your
why not?
face. Just-
Yeah. To infinity and a plea deal. Dude. It's snitching with style.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Okay, so I saw this, right? Alex, you were able to catch it?
Yep, I saw it. I think.
All
I
right.
saw it too.
Okay, great. Well, what did you all think of this film?
I really enjoyed it. I not the mugshot. Bye. Oh, he looks
Mugshot
good.
now.
He's got the mustache.
He looks
so young.
He looks good. He looks fine. Good for him. Wow. No, I enjoyed it. Toy Story is not my favorite Pixar franchise. So I actually didn't even see 4 until this week. Me and Brian watched it before we went to see 5.
wow.
I wasn't a huge fan of 4. 4 to me was okay, why does this exist? Once I got over that, I had more fun with 5. I really liked it.
I feel similarly as far as 4 felt more insulting. Man, you had this nice trilogy wrapped up and you just gotta go back to it. What are you doing? So then when you get to 5, it's okay, just make 100 of them then. I don't even care at this point. I wish I could say I enjoyed it though. I don't know. This to me has kind of Star Wars vibes. Where
Yeah.
it's this is just creatively bankrupt. I just
No, don't go there.
I'm just not
Don't
feeling it
do
anymore.
that.
No, I'm sorry, Jake. I was too positive last episode. I got to bring this down.
Gotta make up for Disclosure Day.
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling it. It just felt like it feels like there's nothing really left to do with these characters anymore. It just feels like a bunch of familiar story beats and stuff we've seen before. It looks good, looks amazing. Wow, the textures are crazy.
Nah.
The way they were doing the dot matrix LCD screens on these computer characters looked incredible. But it was just in service of something I don't really care about, because I thought this looked more interesting on a concept level than for trying to address the iPad parenting thing in some way. What's it going to do? How's it going to integrate that into the story? And I just don't think it does anything interesting with it. I think it kind of, again, it just kind of feels like familiar ground with it's kind of what the first movie was sort of about, with the buzz sci-fi toy kind of usurping the old out-of-date cowboy. And yeah, sure, it's broader with the friendship angle and I don't know, it just doesn't have the sophistication to really provide a solution through the lens of toys to address that issue. So it just felt kind of a neutral take on the tech stuff by the end of it. They just kind of hand wave it in a way, and it doesn't really feel that impactful or important or well explored. And I don't know, I thought the structure of it was kind of clumsy with these ABC plot threads that coalesce in this really kind of awkward, non-organic way. I feel like I'm killing the vibe right now. So Jake, you lift this up.
Oh
or something.
no. You're killing the vibe.
First off, fuck all of you. Because Toy Story 4 is fantastic. Before I even get to 5, okay, Toy Story 4 is the sin eater of the fucking franchise. Everyone is hey, Toy Story 3 ended it perfectly. Why did we have to go back to the franchise? Obviously, yes. They should have just ended it at 3. But Toy Story 4 is the palate cleanser now. Before 5, people are oh, fuck, we have to do 4. But now, if we're going to keep making these movies, whatever. I feel like the reception of 5 has been pretty positive overall. But Toy Story 4 is really, I don't know, I really like Toy Story 4. And I kind of think visually this was a bit of a step down creatively. I think Toy Story 4 is the best looking of the franchise.
The mud?
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks great. It's got that
so
CinemaScope. It's got a really interesting, the camera lenses, how they were able to replicate that in the 4th one is really interesting. The 5th one, just looks a little more flat, but you guys are going to hate this because I have parent brain now, and I feel like Toy Story has always been kind of a movie for parents in a sense, even though of course it's for kids, but there is that kind of second perspective where a lot of more recent Pixar movies, you can kind of tell like these are more for kids. I feel like Lightyear is a movie for kids, you know, and I feel like Toy Story in general is, especially this movie, is addressing the anxieties of parents, like specifically, and like the toys being there for the kids and watching them grow up and not need them anymore is such like a parent metaphor type of thing. And but also like you can apply it to life. Like they have this existential crisis every movie. Every movie Woody has a crisis. They have crisis about, oh, the kid isn't going to need us anymore. And yeah, they're doing it again in this movie. But I feel like the conclusion it reaches through Jesse's character really hit home. I don't know. I mean, it had me crying, you know, in that climax of the movie. Then again, speaking on Alex's points, yeah, the movie is kind of messy. Like the ABC plot threads, it's juggling a little too much, and a lot of it feels a little too familiar, especially like all of the multiple Buzz dolls doing their thing, and then
yeah, there was like no payoff to that.
Yeah, the logistics of the technology and how it's all coming together just does not work perfectly, and you kind of have to, you know, just accept a few things like that a potty training toy can send an email, you know. So
yeah, that was so confusing. Like what? That felt very kind of boomery.
Yeah, I think also I read that the Buzz toys were supposed to originally be like the villains in the film. I think a lot of those like early D23, you know, news updates were like the antagonist in this film is going to be the Buzz toys, and obviously that is not really what they were in the, you know, final outcome. And I think you can tell that they just had this idea of like, what if we had a bunch of Buzz toys on an island, and then they had to find a way to sort of connect it to the rest of the plot. And I do think it was a little kind of like shoehorned it in that way.
The real antagonist is big tech. Like,
yeah.
There wasn't really one otherwise. Yeah. It's funny you say that it felt like it was more for like the parents, because I feel the same way. And I had a really weird experience in my cinema with this, because it was packed. Like every single seat filled. But like kids weren't really laughing. Like they laughed one time at one of the like toilet jokes. And the irony of it, there was a kid sat to my left who every 5 minutes was checking his phone and scrolling. I just was like, dude, like
So
this battle is already lost.
That's ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
Did that just happen?
I was like, really, man? Fuck. Like, yeah, this like battle is already lost at this point.
That's funny.
I don't know. There was some stuff I liked about it. I liked when they were doing the imagination play sequences, and it was a bit more kind of visually creative and had that like pastel kind of color palette, and they're doing the silly voices and kind of parodying like spy movies and stuff like that. That was cool. That was fun. But I just couldn't really. There's something about those first three movies. They have these incredible set pieces that they like build up to, and it feels like so organic. There isn't really a moment in this movie that's like, oh, that's what this has all been building to. This feels like a payoff after payoff after payoff, and the music is like complementing it, and it feels like this big like climax. Whereas I don't know, it just didn't hit for me like that. And I'm pretty easy to manipulate with these movies. Like the original trilogy gets me. I didn't like 4, but I don't know, just something about this was not clicking for me. It just felt too, I don't know, kind of cynical with like, immediately when it ended, I went and Googled, like, can you like buy a toy of this like villain from this movie? And of course you can.
What?
Of course you can.
I do.
You can buy the lily pad.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think, can I give a hot take? I think the issue with Toy Story is that it is so, it's kind of odd. It's beloved, it's revered, and it has been going for so long that I think they almost don't make it with kids in mind anymore. They make it for their parents who watched the movies when they were kids.
Yes.
And I think in that way, like I was tearing up. Yeah, I was tearing up at that Jesse scene. Like I was, but I'm like, I'm aware that I'm being emotionally manipulated. That's what Toy Story does. That's their whole thing. That is what makes them good, quote unquote. You know what I mean? I still had fun, but it's like I am self-aware that at this point, like they're putting extra effort in to like make me cry because I'm 28 years old, and that's the target audience. Unironically, is 28-year-olds. I feel.
Yeah. No, you're right. I guess to me, why that bugged me was it's like, well, it's not earned emotion, because it's just like, hey, remember that sad scene from Toy Story 2 where we earned it? Now it's us doing that again. Now we're member bearing it.
That was the last film they'd earned it.
I don't know. I feel like this movie does and puts in the work to try to find like an interesting angle on what's going on, especially with like embracing the tech, but also in terms of like Jesse's crisis of realizing, okay, I'm not going to be needed anymore. What do I do with my life? Like Woody had a similar crisis in the fourth one, and he has a certain, not to spoil that movie or anything, but he has a certain revelation.
You can spoil the fourth one. I've seen it too.
Okay, fine. He goes off on his own, right? He leaves to go rescue. He realizes I don't need to, please a kid anymore. I don't have to be there for them. And in this movie, Jesse is having a similar crisis, but comes to a different conclusion. And I think like the way the movie earns it works really well, and especially the way this movie, and Alex, you mentioned like the visual style of the play sequences, I thought were really fun and enjoyable, and those were some of my favorite parts. But also, this movie is addressing the idea of play fundamentally. Like, we kind of like, obviously, the toys are played with, but this movie's addressing like there's a type of play, there's a type of imagination that kids can tap into that's special, that we see Bonnie tap into and this new character Blaze, and that there's something that needs to be treasured and preserved, and that the danger of technology isn't necessarily that it's technology, it's the difference, the issue is the way that it is limiting kids' imaginations and kind of making them grow up before they should. And that's, I especially the way that Bonnie is like teased for wanting to play with her toys. I was like, that's such a special, and for like kids with an overactive imagination. Like I was that kid who was like, why is everyone done playing with toys all of a sudden? Like, I don't want to be done playing with toys.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm still going strong.
Well, yeah, we're all on YouTube.
Especially.
So.
No, I saw a tweet that I retweeted that was like, don't watch Toy Story 5 if you were a weird girl with no friends. And I'm like, yeah, retweet. Like, I do think it definitely, that was kind of my favorite part about it, was it nailed, I mean, obviously it's different for kids now because tech has introduced so much earlier. Like for me, when I was growing up, it was like middle school was when, all of that was kind of introduced to our lives and social media. But even then, like, when I watched Bonnie like going through this sort of social isolation because she's not playing the right way and she's not like the other kids, I do think that's the part of this that they nailed for me more than anything else. And I thought that was like the most, I was like, okay, that's the reason this movie exists. And so therefore I am happy I saw it because they had something to say about that particular aspect of it,
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it felt like that. Okay, there's a reason why they're doing. Like, of course, they're doing it for money. Like, the only reason they're making this is to make a bunch of money. But,
easiest $1 billion ever.
Yeah, but I mean, they have Andrew Stanton, who did Finding Nemo, Wall-E, and everything, and it's like it felt like, okay, here's something that they're trying to address that's like a big deal. That again, we're saying it's more for the parents these days because it is like parents are worried about technology and kids who are, but also on like a fundamental level, it made me just think in general, not even just about parenting, but about like the human species dealing with technology in this way. Like the first movie, what came out in 1995, 4?
I think so.
But the fact that they have to address now this level where we are all drones on our devices. There's a shot of Jessie climbing up to the top of the houses, and she can look into the windows of all these houses that are around, and she can see all the kids just staring at the screens. And it is kind of like, hey, this is us. This is what we're all like now. And what does that say about us? So, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I do think the movie has like a very good heart, and it's trying to approach it sincerely, even though it is kind of a mess. And part of that has to do with the fact that we have all these characters we need to cram into the story. Like, even though Woody ran off into the sunset at the end of the last movie, he has to be here. Buzz has to have his little side plot. Like, all of these things, it's just a little too stuffed with side stuff. You can tell what they're interested in. They should have just focused on that.
Way too many characters.
Gotta go through the motions. There's a checklist.
Little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something kind of derivative about it. And like the multiple Buzz thing even is like, well, they did that in Toy Story 2, right? That was like one of the things they did in that movie.
Yeah, that's where the meme is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I was just hoping for more from this, especially because I rewatched Hoppers the other day, which I thought was like a real surprise and was like genuinely funny and like really weird.
Love Hoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good and like one of their best films in a while. and was like, oh, this is like inventive, and reminded me of like some of their older movies where it would just keep like escalating on itself and would just go in unexpected directions, where this is kind of the opposite, where it's like, yeah, this is like, I guess, the Toy Story formula. They've got it down to a T. They know exactly like when to make you cry, when to put this here, and da-da-da. And I don't know, like, I get what you're saying about the Jesse arc. There is something there, but like, it's like half an hour of the movie, maybe. So all the fluff in between it, like to get to that end point, was just like, I didn't need these like old tech characters, you know, the Conan O'Brien poo joke guy. He's the poo dispenser character. And like the camera.
Come on, it's Conan. It was Conan. He was great.
I normally like Conan, but I wasn't really into that character.
I mean, yeah, stuff that he writes.
Yeah. And I like the whole entourage of the original characters, you know, like Pig and stuff. And they're all like sidelined. Everyone's sidelined.
They're all a million years old or dead.
Yeah, a lot of them are dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good metaphor for the film.
I was actually going to ask, like, how was the voice acting? Because when I watched the trailer, I was like, Jessie kind of sounds like... Who's the...
Joan Cusack, right? She's up there now.
She
sounds
like ancient to the point where it's
Yeah.
distracting.
I didn't find her performance distracting.
A little bit, yeah.
The Mr. Potato Head, like, because they replaced Don Rickles, obviously, with another voice actor, it does not sound like Don Rickles, in my opinion. Which is kind of interesting because I feel like that's a pretty easy voice to imitate. I do not think the actor did the best job, but that's just me, I guess.
Oh, you think it's so easy? Why don't you do Don Rickles right now?
I don't think I can.
That's what I thought.
I'll do it. Hey, I'm Don Rickles.
That was pretty good.
I'm in Casino.
Eat spaghetti and meatballs.
That's pretty good.
You should have been in the movie. You should have been in the movie.
Same. I do think that, actually.
You do have kind of a Pixar voice, a little bit. You could.
Oh,
play
of course,
character.
yeah. No, I'm best friends with Pixar. I should go in.
Yeah. Here's a question I'll open up to all of you. When was the downfall of Pixar? When did that start? And when did the peak end?
Let me pull up my timeline here for reference.
I always have this featurette in my head where they were marketing some of the films, and I forget which one. I think it was like in the trailer for like WALL-E, where they had already built such a large enough brand that now their marketing was including like the legacy of Pixar. And so it started out with this big, it had all the Pixar people just basically talking about how like there was a meeting and we had lunch and we came up with all these different concepts. And one of them was like about a toy that wanted to exist, and one was about a bug, one was about a car and stuff. And then they're basically just leading up to the reveal of WALL-E, saying, and the last idea that we had was about this little robot. And so the implication of this through this marketing is like, oh, there was this original series of ideas, and then everything after was them kind of like maybe trying to chase something. And that doesn't mean that it's illegitimate, because at the end of the day, it's just more people coming up with different ideas. But it did feel to me that was around the time where like things started falling apart. Because even though everybody loves the first 10 minutes of Up, right? I find the rest of the movie to be like, meh, right? Toy Story 3, I didn't like. I mean, like, I'm going to have a very different experience in the timeline than most people, because I had started becoming a Pixar hater way early. People usually catch up to my opinions is how it goes. But yeah, around that time.
Okay.
I think it's Cars 2. I think that was when the streak ended. That's when the streak ended. Like before then, it was like all pretty consistent quality, I would say. Maybe outside of Cars.
Yeah.
Like that's always
Brave.
been a weird one. Yeah, because then it was Cars 2, Brave.
I think Brave came out right after Cars 2.
Monsters University. That's like 3 kind of like.
That's brutal.
Ah, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad run.
That is brutal. Yeah.
And that's when they started getting like the sequelitis. Like they did Cars 3, they did Incredibles 2. Like it's that kind of like fall down, I think.
I can never stop thinking about Disney as grandma in the slot machine now. I brought that up a couple episodes ago, and it's just like, it really just seems like that's what they're doing. Like, oh, we had a hit. Let's just try it again. Come on,
Yeah.
one more.
I was watching a really some video about like the downfall of Pixar and what happened. Although it's not really a downfall, but it's like a big part of it was them being fully bought by Disney because they maintained some level of independence for those first early movies, and then it was probably right around Toy Story 3, Cars 2 when it's like, okay, we're pumping out the sequels. And then obviously like the pandemic and they're starting putting movies on streaming, like Soul is a really good Pixar movie, but no one cares about it because it wasn't like a big deal, and also like for those early Pixar movies, like those first 10 Pixar movies, they had a brand and an identity that was special. That was like just mint condition, like perfect level of quality that everyone knows you're going to see something special and original that's going to touch you, and not in a creepy way, not in a John Lasseter way, but in like a good way,
Touch on the doll, but not in that way.
Yeah. But like another factor too, and I didn't realize this until recently, is that John Lasseter literally moved into being in charge of Disney Animation.
I was going to mention
proper.
that, yeah.
Right, at the same time. So it's just like the level of influence and control and all of these creatives were kind of being filtered into Disney Animation too. And that's when you start seeing Tangled and Frozen and all of that. Yeah. So it's like they kind of like took all the juice that was packed tight into, that's a weird metaphor, I don't know why I'm saying it like that, into Pixar, and it got spread around a little bit. So maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, a little bit enshittified. I don't think it's a total wash, though, like where Adam's at with these. I think they're more just all over the place now, Like,
inconsistent.
I did like Inside Out, but then they'll do Good Dinosaur, It's like, what the...
Oh my God, Good Dinosaur. That was like the worst date of my life.
Yeah.
I went on a date to see The Good Dinosaur, and I was like, this is the worst date movie I've ever watched.
Yeah, how did they fuck that up? Like an animated dino movie? What are you doing?
I know, right?
I liked Coco, but like, Lightyear, Elio.
But is the Good Dinosaur a worse date movie than the drama? That's what I want to know.
At least you got something to talk about after the drama.
Yeah.
I love the drama.
Yeah, the drama's great. That's another movie I've seen twice. The identity of Pixar just started becoming this weird, like, blurred line, because at one point, even ignoring whether or not John Lasseter started making Disney branded films without Pixar sort of thing, there was a point where it was so distinct because Disney was still making 2D animated films also. Pixar was kind of like the 3D computer animation brand of Disney, the subsidiary that was pumping out things that had a consistent look, and you knew that it was Pixar. They didn't even have to say it in the trailer. But then there was a certain point where people just started getting confused, rightfully so, because Disney movies started looking like Pixar movies and vice versa. And it was just like, okay, well, I guess everything's just looking like Pixar now. And the entire industry was looking like Pixar. Fucking DreamWorks was looking like Pixar.
Yeah, everyone caught up.
So now we're finally breaking free because of Spider-Verse. But like, now Pixar dropped a new trailer for a movie where they're doing with cats called Gato, and it's like, oh wow, they're trying a different style. And I wonder, it's probably a combination of different factors: A, Spider-Verse, and then B, fatigue, and then C, now every single AI model is just like trained only on Pixar. So now the look of Pixar is like synonymous with the look of AI slop. So it's like, you kind of have to evolve away from that, actually.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people were talking about that it's a Disney Animation Studios production, Hexed. It's like this they released the trailer for it. It's this like quirky little witch girl, and everyone's like, yeah, this literally looks AI generated, but it's because all of the AI models were trained on Pixar unregulated for so long.
Yeah. It does look generic as hell, yeah.
And also people don't have much of a comprehension of animation.
No, that's so true. That I really remember associating Pixar with like pushing almost the tech demo kind of Avatar-esque. Yeah, the tech side of it, but it did. There's only a certain amount of like return you can get from that, and it can't like be your only thing without the stories.
Hot take, I think movies with interesting styles and good stories are better than movies without those things, but really hyper realistic textures. You know,
Agreed. Yeah.
focus on the things that matter. You know, you can save money even by having more simplified but stylistic backgrounds. Like in that trailer for Gato, it was like, oh, they're like paintbrush strokes, kind of like in the background. It would look nice. It looks interesting. And if you can save money doing that and still have a style, you know, simplify a bit of the textures, like great. Focus on the story. Focus on the characters. What the hell are we doing here? It's storytelling. Be in service of something.
Yeah. Not that it matters for Toy Story 5, but god damn, the budget is high. $250 million
That's
for that one.
stupid.
Isn't that
For Toy Story 5?
wild? For Toy Story 5, yeah. Hopper's was 150. Yeah. And like you can see it, I guess. Like that's kind of the only thing I was really engaged by. Was like, wow, the texture on that paint is next level. Oh, the wood looks so
Yeah,
real and photorealistic. Like, you know, but that's all I'm really getting stimulated by.
We should move on from Pixar in general.
Do it real quick. Do we have a favorite Pixar movie? Do you guys have a favorite?
Ratatouille.
I think it's Wall-E for me.
Molly?
It's Finding Nemo or Ratatouille. Probably Finding Nemo.
Okay, cool. I'm going Monsters Inc.
Cool.
I mean,
Nice.
It's a good one.
yeah. All right, we moving on to the next film.
Yeah.
Ratings?
Let's do
Any
ratings.
other Toy Story 5 thoughts?
It was great.
I don't think so.
10 out of 10.
I don't know. I'm like right down the middle as far as like a rating. I'd give it like a 2.5 star on Letterboxd. I won't see it again. I won't think about it again. But I'll watch the original trilogy again.
I gave it a 4 on Letterboxd.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I gave it a 4. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Out of 10? Hold on. Are we talking stars or?
4 star.
Out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Oh, okay. Out of 5 on
4 out of
Letterboxd.
5.
Right. Okay. I guess 8 out of 10, but 4 out of 5 stars for me.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good to talk about the film recommendation. Kayla, take it away.
Okay, so I chose Hairspray. Can I really quickly have to tell you what I was so close to choosing? I was very close to choosing a completely different film called Remember Me, and the only reason why I was going to choose it, it's not a good movie, is because Robert Pattinson canonically dies in 9/11.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think that's
Yeah.
that's a good enough reason to pick it, but I did come very close because I thought
No,
I
Jake's
thought it would be
obsessed with
funny.
9/11.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
would have
yeah.
spread. We've mentioned that movie probably so many times, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, who's actually seen it?
Yeah.
We've all seen the clip from the ending, right? Like who's actually seen the movie?
That's I've seen it. I'm a Robert
Okay, I have
Pattinson
not.
fan. He's like my favorite. He is my favorite actor, and so I was like, I think it would be kind of funny if I chose that. But then I was like, you know what? I don't think it's good enough for like a bit. Like it would have just been like the whole bit is that he dies at the end. Like the rest of the movie's not good. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me pick something that we could actually talk about. And the reason why I picked it was obviously I'm a pop culture critic, and I think this movie is a very like interesting sort of landmark in pop culture for that time. People love this movie. I know, so I like this movie a lot.
Oh yeah, it was big when it came out.
Yeah, so many people go up for this movie and like always have. I even like a couple days ago I was scrolling on TikTok and there was like a viral clip from it. Like I just think it's so interesting. I love the John Waters influence, even though it's not like obviously it's not John Waters directed, but the influence is very much there because it's based on his 1988 film. So I like how like kind of weird it is. Like I feel like it does have a lot of that John Waters tinged vibe to it. And I like movie musicals and I like talking about them. So that is why I chose Hairspray.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, no, I remember it being huge when it came out. Because I was alive and conscious at that point. And also, yeah, like John Travolta in drag was like a huge marketing
Oh
point.
yeah.
Obviously.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, because you didn't really see anything like that for like a major, well-known actor, especially, let alone lesser-known actors in a project that's actually being marketed.
You couldn't do that today.
It's kind of controversial, right? At the time, right? Like I found this Guardian article from 2007, talking about it. And the quote, and it's pretty funny. What was it? Critics, including the editor of leading gay newspaper Washington Blade, have claimed that the actor has no business playing an iconic gay role because they allege that his Scientology faith is homophobic. However, Travolta defended the role in an interview with the Scoop website. Quote, "There's nothing gay in this movie," he said. "I'm not playing a gay man. Scientology is not homophobic in any way. In fact, it's one of the more tolerant faiths anyone's accepted." Love that. That's awesome.
That's great.
And it's like, this is based on it's confusing because it's the original John Waters movie, then there was the musical, and this is based on the musical.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Yes.
the bones of the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. And John Waters gets to play a flasher.
Have any of you seen the original?
I did a long time ago.
Yes.
I watched it, yeah. I watched it in prep for this.
Same. Okay, cool. We've all seen it.
What do you think?
What did I
Which
think?
one?
The original, yeah, we can do it like a tiny little thoughts on the original before we get into more.
I kind of wish I watched it first, honestly, because while I was watching the 2007 version, through the whole thing, I was kind of like, this isn't really for me. There's just something missing with this. Like, I could see like little moments that I felt like, man, why isn't this really connecting? And then I watched the 88 John Waters one. I was like, oh, right, this is kind of what I wanted this to be. This is like the high camp satire stuff. I felt just landed better, was like funnier, so absurdist, and like mocking like white liberals through like a B movie trash aesthetic was like really funny to me. It's like aged and has some weird stuff that is an issue in like both movies. But yeah, just the prioritizing the camp over like historical accuracy thing was kind of speaking to me more on that original. It's just that personality, the John Waters personality kind of bled through it stronger than the three white people and the white director of the remake did for me. I don't know. Honestly, the 2007 version like felt more aged than the 88 one to me. We can get into that.
No, that's a great observation because I felt very similarly about that, and it's so interesting because I've always really liked Hairspray. It's one of Nadia's favorite movies. She actually rewatched it with me to prep for this, and she just loves it. It's got some great music, and we'll get into that. And it's such it's got some great moments. I will say that about it. But I watched it immediately after watching the 88 version for the first time. And the 88 version is really good, and it has that John Waters camp, but it's also kind of like toned down a little bit because it is like a PG movie or whatever. And a lot of the stuff that I don't love about the 88 movie is kind of like, remember the 60s? Weren't the 60s weird? And it's clearly from someone who lived through the 60s and is like, doesn't have this reverence for a time period and it's just kind of like shitting on it and making fun of it with some affection, but it's mostly like this ironic distance that it's like Alex, you were saying, it is kind of like making fun of white liberals in a sense. And the 2006, 2007 version, it is kind of like, this is an important, iconic era. Like you can tell John Waters doesn't think any of the people in the original are cool, you know? Whereas in the 2007 version, it's like everyone here is cool and great, and they're doing something important, capital I important, and we're emphasizing that. And it is like, you know, it's talking about racism, it's talking about the civil rights movement, but it is very much from that Green Book, the help kind of like white person is going to save the day. Like it is kind of, my jaw dropped because I'd forgotten about the scene where Tracy literally says to the black characters, like, have you guys thought about doing a march? What if we do that?
Yep.
It's like, holy shit. And that's where it does feel like it is more dated than the 88 version for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I like the 88 version because I think it's the most accessible of John Waters films. I did debate. I was like, oh, should we do... I debated a John Waters recommendation like Pink Flamingos or something because it is Pride Month, and I was like, that'd be fun. But then I was like, watching Pink Flamingos for this would be fucking crazy. But I do like that it's the most accessible of his films, and I do think that like watching them in contrast to each other, I haven't seen the 88 version in a long time, is such an interesting dichotomy because like you guys said, I think the 2007 version of it, obviously Obama wasn't elected yet, but it is like the precursor to like Obama level optimism type thing.
Yeah.
And like the 88 version is not really that at all. It's kind of making fun of that spirit. So it's fun to watch them in contrast to one another.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the 88 one in a long time, but according to my rating, I enjoyed it, and everything that y'all are saying about it is giving me hints of memories of it, and is feeling like it's ringing true.
There's so much sincerity in the 2007 version that is just not there in the original. And I was trying to explain to Nadia as we were watching like a heartfelt comment about racism, and there's like a slow song where they're marching, and I was trying to explain to Nadia, like, in the original 88 version, it ends with Debbie Harry hiding a pipe bomb in her massive hair. And it blows up. It's Looney Tunes. And she's like, what? Really? Why? And I'm like, because it's just a joke. It's just stupid. Like, that's the point.
And John Waters, like, it's so over the top.
Yeah.
And it's this, like, tonally so different. Yeah.
And yeah, it's totally different. And just the satire element is just on point. Like, it's got absurd dialogue. Like, in earnest, they're saying our souls are black even though our skin is white, and like ridiculous stuff like that. And yeah, John Waters' cameo in the original where he's like got this hypnotizing device, and it's like laugh out loud, hilarious.
Funny.
And Divine, oh my god, Divine is so good in that movie. Like steals the whole show, playing like two characters. I thought it was like hilarious.
I think it's Divine's last role. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
you're
Divine's
right.
last role. But yeah, she's iconic.
And it was like, I guess the context partially was it was parodying this Buddy Dean show, which was like a real show. It was like a teen dance show that was, aired in Baltimore between like 57 and 64. And it was taken off the air because it was unable to integrate black and white dancers. So it was kind of like a jab at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest like defining features of between these two movies that really tells you what you need to know about the movies is that the studio set in the 88 version is like small and dumpy and kind of lame because it's like a local TV. Like there's nothing glamorous or cool about it. Whereas in the 2007 version, it's like a movie studio. It's like It takes away that kind of intimacy where it does feel like total Hollywood fantasy world, which has its own pleasure to it. There's something really fun about that, but it's just totally different. Yeah.
We can make fun of the weird optimism and white savior tropes all we want, but the reality of the situation is 1 year later, Obama got elected, and racism came back after it was ended by Hairspray.
That's true.
Yeah, but he wore a tan suit though, so.
And he thought that he was too good for regular people because he had ordered Dijon mustard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And now he's responsible for poisoning the reflecting pool.
The pool, it's his fault.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's terrorism.
So insane.
I would love Adam bringing up the Obama presidency to be kind of like how I bring up 9/11 and tying it into movies, because
yeah, I mean it kind of is.
It is interesting to see this as like the Obama era movie because it so completely is. It feels like it's from a different timeline.
If this was made today, like it would be like lambasted by every right wing like YouTuber as like, look at this woke shit. Look at the, you know what I mean? But it's so earnest and it's so sincere, and it's like that. There is no place for that in 2026.
This is exactly the movie that Ben Shapiro would secretly love, but he'd have to pretend that he doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
He loved Wicked.
Did he?
No, he did. He's open about it.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, yeah, no. Dude loves musicals.
Yeah, he absolutely would have.
He'd have to pretend to hate this one.
Exactly.
It succeeds. It succeeds at being a musical for sure. Like the focus being like the song and dance in terms of what it's like capturing on film. Like it definitely succeeds in that sense. I would say one of my criticisms with it would be, I guess, like the pacing. Like it is a 2-hour long movie.
Yeah, feels so.
Yeah.
And if I was like very, very enthusiastic about every single song, then perhaps like the runtime would be like, a bit better for me. It's still good. Like I enjoy this movie, but like, it felt like each song was kind of like most of them were inching the plot forward rather than like taking full steps. So it was like a little bit repetitive, but still some good stuff.
It really sags in the middle with, I would say, like the Travolta, Christopher Walken number. That just doesn't work for me. It just really grinds to a halt.
You don't like their little romantic duet in the backyard?
I don't. No, I don't love it. I feel like here's the thing. I love Christopher Walken, but he is really half-assing it in this movie. That's
absolutely.
Like Travolta is going 110%, and Christopher Walken is like, I don't really want to be here.
When I rewatched it, I told my fiance, I was like, this is the most gender euphoria that John Travolta has ever experienced in his life. And I fear he has spent the rest of his life chasing that high, and that's why he's going through his beret phase. And I feel for him. Like, his TV was glowing.
How do you feel about the beret phase? I like the beret phase. I think it's good for him.
I like it. I think it works for him, and I like the explanation that he was like, well, I'm a director now, and directors wear them, and it's like, go off, King. How observant.
I never knew that's what that hat was called, but I've always hated
a beret?
It.
Then your real directors wear berets.
How can you dislike what you don't understand?
I do that every day.
There are so many iconic performances in this movie. Like Travolta is great, but Michelle Pfeiffer is so fucking good in this movie. She is so good as this evil villain. And like that energy, like the movie wouldn't have any energy if it didn't have like her being such a good antagonist. And obviously the lead performance from Nikki, God, what is her name?
Nikki Blonsky.
Nikki Blonsky.
Is everyone here familiar with the Nikki Blonsky lore?
No.
I was looking through your channel and I saw you made a video about her not that long ago, and I was like, holy shit.
What's the lore?
The lore is that Nikki Blonsky is racist herself. And this was like a long time ago, like a couple years after Hairspray came out, she got into an altercation with an America's Next Top Model contestant and her mom in an airport. And that contestant was black. And apparently her and her family, according to this America's Next Top Model contestant, started saying a bunch of crazy racist shit to them in the airport. And there were like arrests and stuff. Oh my God. So that's Nikki Blonsky, and now she's like kind of, she also was known for like, she would like at random celebrities on Twitter back in the day and be like, hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray. And she also went on like a bunch of daytime talk shows and was like, I know Zac Efron better than anyone else, and he should break up with Vanessa Hudgens, which is crazy.
Wow. That's funny.
So, okay, this is fascinating because I always got the impression that it was like, okay, Nikki Blonsky was super talented and she couldn't get any work because she was fat. That was like the impression, and that was kind of the narrative that was like, hey, Hollywood was so brutal and she couldn't get any real work. But I didn't understand that she was also like totally not suited to the celebrity world. Basically.
Yeah, very much. Like she's now like basically a locale. Like people pay her for cameos, ironically, and she like half sings like random songs on Cameo, and people pay her for that. And it's unfortunate because she does a great job in this movie. Yeah. This was a great performance from her.
She should hit up the Daily Wire studios.
True.
Well, I think she's gay, so she can't really do the full right wing pivot. I guess that doesn't always stop everyone.
Yeah, look at Dave.
She's which Dave?
Dave Rubin. Sorry, I'm terminally on.
Oh, wait, Dave Rubin's gay. Oh, yeah, Dave Rubin is gay. I get them confused.
That's his whole thing, yeah.
I got him confused with Tim Pool.
Oh no,
Tim Pool's the other one.
Yeah,
that's
he's
not
the hat.
Gay.
He's the beanie.
He's the hat guy.
Or the toque guy.
He's the reason I got banned from Twitter because he tweeted something and I quote tweeted him and I was like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Tim Pool with my bare hands.
That's crazy.
Sad.
That's great.
Violence.
What were we talking about?
There's so much more I want to ask about that, but we'll go back to the film. No, we're talking about great performances in this movie. I think James Marsden stood out to me on this run. I thought he was great. He had some great energy. And the woman who plays Michelle Pfeiffer's daughter, what is her name? She's in Pitch Perfect movies. She's great.
I always forget her name.
I wish she had more to do in this movie because I feel like it's funny because in the original, she is like the main antagonist, how everyone is like immediately on board with the main character being like really good at dancing, and they're like, yeah, let's do this. And she's like the only one who's like against it. It's very funny. Very different dynamics.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's fantastic. And Zac Efron, like what era was Zac Efron in at this stage?
This was like a couple years post High School Musical.
Okay. Because I thought he was fine in this. I did get a sense that he didn't really, I don't know. I kind of got a sense like he was sort of overdoing musicals. Maybe he didn't really want to do this that much. But I think he's good in this.
Did you know he had to learn how to sing in the first High School Musical? That's not him singing. He couldn't sing, so they had another kid dub it over, and then he learned how to sing after that.
That's funny.
Really? What? So was he singing in this?
He was. I think by this point, if the timeline is correct in my head, he had because in High School Musical 2 and 3, he is singing himself. But in the first one, he's just lip syncing to some other fucking kid who's singing.
That's great.
So he might have not been I guess he might have not been fully comfortable in his performing days by this. He wasn't ever really he was just a young actor who they taught how to sing. He wasn't really a musician first.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to point out is this feels like it's from one of the last eras of musical films where the production of the songs still put focus on actually having singers sound like they're singing. Because even in Wicked, when Jeff Goldblum starts singing, it's you just took someone who can't sing and then told the audio engineers, oh, you can do magic, right? And then they tried their best, and it sounds like auto-tune shit, right?
It's
there used to be some premise of, oh, we should have singing talent with the singers, right? And we're not going to Frankenstein their voices 100%. Maybe we'll do a little bit of tuning because that's industry standard, just as a little touch-ups, right? It still sounded like people were singing in this film, which is great.
Well,
and it's crazy that low of a fucking standard is just not the norm at this point. Every single fucking Disney remake, and even, again, it shouldn't be the case in something like Wicked, where it's not a Disney remake, right? It's advertising itself as this musical theater thing. Why the hell is that the standard? I'm so irritated by this.
Or in the case of Travolta, it's he can't sing, but that's we're just going to go with that.
It's part of the
we're
charm.
Not going to pretend. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I think what is interesting about this movie too is it's still from the era, to your point, Adam, where it's this is still when musical movies were unapologetically musical movies, whereas I think now a lot of these Disney remakes, I'm also thinking about the Mean Girls remake that was based on the musical, similar to how Hairspray had a similar kind of remake cycle. A lot of those trailers tried to hide the fact that these movies are musicals. And I think I enjoy that this is so unapologetically what it is. They are singing the whole time. They are putting effort into the staging and the choreography. And I kind of miss that. I miss that a little bit. I think Wicked Part 1 at least attempted it, but it's still, there's still some staging in both of those films that are questionable. Whereas I really enjoy that this is so unapologetic for what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's fascinating that in this current generation, there's films that have to hide being musicals. In the marketing, they're just no, we're not a musical. And now I'm thinking, what movie would it be funny to just have a secret musical that you didn't know, Disclosure Day? That could have been interesting. If everybody was hyped for this new Spielberg alien thing, and then they get inside, they're What?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, actually.
Joker, Folie à Deux.
Oh, it was Joker. Yeah, Joker.
Oh God,
Joker
yeah.
too. I mean, at least they.
You're
yeah,
right.
At least they said it beforehand, but it was like that. But I remember with Joker too. It's like you're watching and you're like, oh shit, this really is a musical. They weren't kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
a jukebox musical, nonetheless. And Joaquin can't sing,
Yeah, they didn't hide that.
Joaquin can't sing.
and they just auto-tuned him.
No, this movie, it does have a kind of like, it has a pep in its step. It feels refreshing. Like it doesn't, I always enjoy this movie no matter what. And I think because even though it kind of has a wobbly second act that gets a little dull, it nails it in the ending. Like everything it needs to do, it just has such like a upbeat ending that is so fun. And the best song is saved for the ending. And it's just like,
yeah.
makes you feel good at the very end. You know, everyone,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
all the bad guys, they get their comeuppance, and all the good characters, they get to be stars on TV. And it's just so, I don't know. It made me so happy rewatching it.
It also has one of my favorite opening sequences. I love the Good Morning Baltimore sequence. I
Yeah.
think the way that it sort of moves throughout the song is really great. Like the sequence of like her on the bus and missing the bus and being on the garbage truck. Even the sequence with like John Waters being the flasher and she's dancing with rats. Like you get such a really nice sort of intro to this world, and again, like that John Waters type of freakiness. Like I just think it's really inventive and creative, and I miss that kind of thing in modern day movie musicals where it feels like they're just like obligatory, like we're doing a song but we're not going to do anything super interesting with it, you know?
Yeah, that opening song's catchy. Like I can vividly remember how it goes, which is good.
That is good.
Good tone.
There's some really good. Oh, by the way, the actress who I was praising is Brittany Snow, who plays the daughter of Michelle Pfeiffer in this movie.
Brittany Snow.
Yeah, she was in some of the Pitch Perfect movies. But another big name who's in this movie is Amanda Bynes, and this is, I think, one of her last big movies that she was in. She was really fun. She's really fun in this. You know, it's really unfortunate that she, you know, what happened to her career happened. I don't really know much about, you know, what did happen with her career, but it seemed like at this time period, it was like, oh yeah, she's like a future major star, like in the realm of Emma Stone, you know?
Yeah, she's super talented.
I hear she's working with RFK Jr. doing Maha.
Really?
Is that true?
No, that's a pun joke that I made that only a couple people in the comments will get, but it's fine.
Oh, it's an Amanda. Okay,
Maha.
okay, I
Yeah.
got it.
Isn't it silly they named their thing that?
Wait, that's so funny.
Okay. Sorry.
It was worth it.
That's all right. I was like, I was sad that I believed you. I was like, oh no, that's really unfortunate. She's great in this movie though. I feel like you can't even discuss Amanda Bynes without being like, wow, she was such a great comedic talent. Very sad, and it sucks. But yeah, she's great in this movie.
Yeah. Also, there's some other great performers. I mean, Jerry Stiller is in this movie. I like that they brought him back because he plays, of course, her dad in the original, and he doesn't look like he aged a day. Like he's always just been old. Well, I guess he's dead now, so but he, you know, R.I.P. Jerry Stiller. You know, you got Allison Janney, who's I thought she's really funny. You know, with her little racism. It's just like so. Comically
as a treat.
You know, I love one of my favorite moments is when she sees Amanda Bynes kissing the guy on TV, and she just like falls over her table and does a big pratfall.
Queen Latifah was an interesting presence because I kind of forgot about her. She was like a big part of this era of film. She was everywhere for a while.
She was. What happened? Where is she? What's she doing?
She's doing like a TV like crime procedural. They film All in My Neighborhood all the time. I forget what the name of it is. That's what she's been. She's around all the time. I see her trailers.
The Equalizer.
Yeah.
So she's on streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, she's on streaming.
74 episodes. The Equalizer. Okay. Never heard of it.
Yeah, they're constantly filming
Let's
that
go.
here in my neighborhood all the time.
I don't know. I feel like there's a core issue with this story at its heart, right? I just think equating body shaming with like Jim Crow era racism is like just that's certainly a choice. I just find that to like just not work for me, especially with like I don't know, you could kind of modernize this and like make like the black characters like a main character and not just be like a background like you're there, I guess. Like, but it's mostly about these other characters who are more important, even though it's about like your struggle. That's kind of just like a crazy angle.
Let me do this for you.
And yeah, exactly. And in the original version, at least you kind of like have more of the satire element going on. It feels like a bit more clever and like self-aware with that kind of stuff. At like who the gags are like directed at. Where if it just felt it reminded me too much of like a Crash or The Blind Side or something, where it's just like, come on.
Oh my
like,
god.
It's exactly Obama America, right?
Yeah,
we did it.
This movie got him elected.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, this movie
it solved it.
It made Middle America realize what racism was, and we got our first black president.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam Shankman,
Yeah.
and the Hairspray gang.
In that way, yeah, it did. I don't know. It just kind of felt like a parody of itself.
That's fair
to me, and I do agree that there is entertaining stuff in there. You know, like, but a half an hour I feel like could have been taken out of this for like my sanity's sake, because there were a couple songs I liked, but yeah, this just was not for me. And I kind of feel insane with all the John Travolta love. I find it just like such a weird.
I was curious what you would think about that. Actually, go off,
because I've always seen like screens and like clips of him in this movie, and I've always just thought like this is like terrifying. Like I don't know what the voice is about. I don't know like what
Mike Myers
going for. Like
just the accent. And the accent is so fucking funny.
What is that?
Yeah.
No one else talks like that in the movie. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
There were a couple words where like it's like, okay, he said iron is earn. I'm like, I know that as a Baltimore accent from a meme I saw. But then a lot of it is he sounds like Mike Myers, Dr. Evil throughout much of it.
Oh, that's a good comparison. Yeah, it felt like a character plucked out of like Austin Powers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was like he stood out in a very fascinating way, where it was like you've got a fairly normal cast for the film and the time period, and then one character that's like from White Chicks, basically, or Austin Powers, or some amalgamation of the two.
It's interesting because I mean, obviously Divine played the original character. Harvey Fierstein played Edna on Broadway, and my question when I went back and rewatched this like a couple times is like, I don't understand why they would not have brought Harvey Fierstein back to play Edna in the movie, because it seems like it would just kind of fit much more in the world, because Harvey has experience like doing drag and playing this character. And so that's why like the John Travolta like casting is so interesting to me. Like I never would have like been like, yeah, that's who we should get to play Edna in this film.
It's completely bizarre. But then when it was just finding that Guardian article, it was just like, wait, what? He said that? There's nothing gay in this movie. I'm not playing a game. It's like, what?
This is the straightest role I've ever played.
Yeah.
And that's the most himself he's ever played.
True.
He's ever felt in his life.
I think I can kind of see where the producers would be like, okay, like John Travolta, iconic, performances in musicals. I mean, Grease and Saturday Night Fever, like great. Like, what if we have him in? I can kind of see where they're coming at. And look, clearly it worked, because I remember that was everything anyone was talking about with this movie. That was all I knew about this movie when it was coming out. But no, I do think it is fun. Like to me, the best moment with Travolta is like at the very end when he goes out there and dances, and that's just like great. I mean, I do think that it sucks that James Marsden is the one who tells Queen Latifah, "This is your time now," to go up on stage and dance and perform. Like all. It's so crazy because literally none of the black characters have like any agency until
Yeah.
a white character says, "Hey, you should do this." Like,
Yeah.
Nikki Blonsky is like, "Hey, you guys should march because segregation is bad." Did you guys know that?
Insane.
And then like James Marsden is like, "Okay,
We were just going to give up.
yeah, it's your time now." Literally, it's just all the white characters being like, "Hey guys, we get it, and you guys should do your thing now." So, it's just very, very, very tone deaf, but enjoyable in many other ways. Yeah.
No, yeah, this was a good discussion. I think I'm fine wrapping it up. If anybody else had anything more they wanted to add, let me know. But
I would like to say,
please.
Adam Shankman directed this.
Yeah.
And I would like to list some of the films on his glorious filmography. Ready for this?
All right, we're ready.
Oh yeah, I know one of them.
Rock of Ages, starring Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cheaper by the Dozen, 2, The Pacifier, Disenchanted, Bedtime Stories, The Wedding Planner, A Walk to Remember, and What Men Want. This is pretty good.
And he just recently directed Stop That Train, featuring RuPaul
No,
and the
really?
cast of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't even
Yes,
know.
he did. Which was a movie that I saw.
Glowing review.
Okay, was it bad? I mean, did it have AI in it? That's what I want to know.
I mean, yes, it did. Okay, so all right, I actually quick tangent on
please,
that.
yeah.
Yes, it did, and they tried to deny that it did. They tried to say like Adam Shankman had to be out and be like, oh, it doesn't have AI. And then after the movie came out, he did another interview where he was like, actually, yes, it does, but it's only shots of the train, which is false. There are several they do little gags and bits that involve AI, so clearly AI generated images. So it's like they're being dishonest about it the whole time. Not great.
That's silly. That's very silly.
It is silly. It would have been better if they just did what they do on RuPaul's Drag Race, which is use shitty generated not stock images, not AI generated assets. That's how they've been getting on Drag Race forever. So it's really dumb that they used AI.
Just befriend a very autistic person and film some exterior shots of their miniature model train. And it doesn't have to look real.
That's what they should have done.
No, that's the charm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a handmade quality.
Do a shit post.
But yeah, that is Adam Shankman's most recent venture. It was fine. It was very okay.
Well, I'm giving Hairspray 2007 a 6 out of 10. Classic.
All right. I'm giving Hairspray a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'd give it a 2-star. I think a good way to put it is this film's ridiculous, derogatory. The original was ridiculous, complimentary.
What would you give the original?
I'd give the original a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
2.5-star. I'd watch that again. It flew by. Really funny. Yeah, there's just something going on with this remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd give the original an 8 out of 10, I think.
Nice.
Me too.
All right.
I gave them both 6s, but I would have to rewatch to I don't know, have a more accurate. I watched it so long ago, but still a good recommendation. Great discussion.
Thank you for recommending this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And now it's time to answer some questions.
Yeah, let's do some questions. And actually, I just want to chuck this in. It
Chuck
was a quote of John Waters addressing the casting of John Travolta, and his quote was, "Who better to replace a 300-pound drag queen than John Travolta?" Crazy.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good.
He's so fucking funny. He's such a troll. He's awesome. I fucking love him.
Yeah. John Waters is great.
Yeah. So let's do some questions then from the Sardonicast community. Head over to the suggestion thread over on the subreddit if you want to leave questions for future episodes. Should I skip this one on the Sam Altman biopic? Because that was kind of
already
the
talked
biggest.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that already. So I'll jump to this one instead from Sloth710. Hey Sards, happy belated Father's Day, Jake. My question is for Kayla Says. How do you feel about the state of films coming out today? Do you have anything you dislike or like that's been released these past couple of years? Talked about this a little bit, but how do you broadly feel about the state of the industry? Because we talk about that a lot, how a lot of people just kind of hand wave all of films, saying like they're the worst they've ever been. But I think it's a little bit more complicated than that.
A lot of those people really like the new Uwe Boll movie, though, with Armie Hammer, where he kills immigrants or something.
It's got Kevin Spacey
Oh my
vibes.
god.
Oh yeah, he's wearing a turtleneck too. He's got a turtleneck and he's shooting people.
Peter 5'8"
That's like,
vibes. Yeah, I can't wait to see that shit.
But it looks like it won't be as good. Sorry. You say, what were you saying?
Okay, no, I feel good. I feel like I like that there is sort of a variety out there. I think people tend to, this is the discourse thing that bothers me a lot. It was happening a lot with, Backrooms, Obsession, and obviously those are great, fantastic films from young filmmakers, and that we want to see more of that. And people sort of being like, this is what we want, and not, a Spielberg movie. And like, whatever y'all feel about Disclosure Day, however you feel about it. But it's like, I like that we can see all of that, actually. I like that I have the option to go see a Spielberg film and then go see some well-funded films from some, young directors. I like that there's a lot of variety out there, and, some inventive stuff getting made. Boots Riley's new film, I Love Boosters, loved it. I just think that there's a lot of really cool stuff that people are giving a chance in a way that they might not have always. And I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not only easier to make a movie than it ever has been, it's also easier to distribute. However, I will still say that we have a long ways to go. Because if you look at like any other entertainment medium, whether it be like book publishing or game publishing or music publishing, all of those things, there is not this same weird perceived illegitimacy towards self-publishing and self-distributing movies as there in those other mediums, right? So we definitely, we've talked about this before on the podcast, in terms of like this perceived sense of legitimacy between like someone publishing something on YouTube versus like making a film that's in theaters. I'm hoping that line blurs even further, because I would love to see a platform exist like Steam, but for movies, you know, where things are just easier to get to an audience, and like professional productions, even like it's just all in the same place.
There's a hunger for it, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen how much money Digital Circus has made from just screening that last episode?
Yeah.
I only started watching it today. I've only seen like the first 2 episodes, but that's cool to me. I've always wondered, like, man, could that be done? And they're really doing it. And also, like, it's big news now that Obsession just passed a Star Wars movie on the global box office. Like, that would have been unthinkable 10 years ago. Like, that's so interesting to me. Like, even though there is this kind of like scary AI creative bankruptcy IP slop thing going on, it is causing these other kind of sprouts to come up in other places, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that some of these traditional gatekeepers are no longer have as much control, but on the downside is I don't want people thinking they need to become like Markiplier levels to succeed, or fighting an algorithm, if like people finding success on YouTube or social media, are they going to be the only ones who find financing for their films or stuff like that? So it's like, I definitely don't want things to turn in that direction where it's just like algorithmically giving people the tools to make films. But I mean, like you guys are saying, like the tools are for everyone right now and are extremely accessible. So in theory, things should be changing, but I mean, it's just,
they are.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow process, I think.
I mean, yeah, like if you're trying to pitch a story or like get something out there, it seems way more feasible to get like a short together and put it on YouTube. And if it's good enough, like Lights Out or something, than it is to go through the traditional studio system at this point, unless you're like a Nepo or something.
Or throw a whole feature on YouTube.
Right.
Like Curry Barker did it.
Yeah, feature.
Joel Haver does it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Okay. I got a silly one here from Hello, It Is Joe. Kayla, if you could pair up with one of the Sards to fight the other two in a fight to the death, who would it be?
Wow.
Think hard about this.
Tim Pool.
I think I would pair up with Alex, and I think we could, just based on vibes, I think I could take down Jake and Adam. Although
Nice.
I appreciate all of you dearly.
We're both really tall, though.
Yeah, we're both quite tall.
They're both really tall.
We're
but
both like way taller than you'd think.
Oh, that's true. I'm only 5 feet tall, guys.
You put the two tallest people on the same team.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
All right, challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, cool. What kind of fight?
Bare knuckle.
You want to get into this?
No.
Yeah, Atlantic Tiger has one for us. Question for Kayla. What's your favorite camp movie? And going further, do you want to talk about what camp means to you? What stands out to you in that space?
That's a really fun question. My favorite camp film, it's probably To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. It's another drag film. It's an LGBT film.
Nice.
And it's about a couple drag queens who go on an adventure. And that's a lot of LGBT cinema to me. It kind of exists in this really sort of like campy fun place. It's about, not taking yourself too seriously, but also like having a heart and being genuine and speaking to a subculture. And I think a lot of LGBT movies do that really well. And in that vein, I think John Waters has some really great options as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned Rocky Horror earlier. That's another.
Yeah, Rocky Horror too. Rocky Horror is one of my favorites.
Yeah, great pick. I'm curious on this one from Vince is Depressed. Have any of you seen Euphoria Season 3? Thoughts? I haven't, outside of funny clips out of context. And I know you have, Kayla, because I saw your video. And I've seen it too. What the fuck? One of the strangest seasons of like television I've ever seen. Like, it just feels like a different show, like kind of like LARPing as if it's the same thing. Like, what happened?
Yeah, Sam Levinson is a hack. And I've had quite a lot of beef with him for a long time. I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie he made in 2021 with Zendaya, Malcolm and Marie. It's horrible, and it was just like kind of like, okay, let's give this guy like a movie.
I saw it. It was hilarious.
Off the back of Euphoria, and that's when I was like, okay, the train is gonna fall off the tracks with this guy. As soon as he's like given an inch, and that is definitely what happened with Euphoria Season 3. He can't write. He's got a decent enough visual eye. He can't write, and he's obsessed with Tarantino and porn, and that's how you get Euphoria Season 3, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
I thought you put it well in your video, which I hadn't thought about when you phrased it like, as soon as Cassie kind of became the main character, it like lost a lot of its like heart or direction, Like it does just feel like exploitative and just all over the place.
Well, it's just a lot of the season 3 is like, okay, it's about Cassie and her relationship to OnlyFans. And I think people get confused when people take issue with that because they think it's like you're offended by the content. I'm not offended by the content. I would love more stories about sex workers and people who work in that space. It's just that Sam Levinson is not really interested in that. He's interested in the fetishy aspects of it. And that's not interesting to me as a viewer. So...
Yeah, and it was just
not good.
A Tarantino crime thing somehow. It's just
the last episode, like some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Genuinely, so bad.
It just feels like there were multiple times where I was like, "How did we get here? Like, why are these people even interacting in this show? Like, it's just, God, it's bizarre." It was kind of entertaining though through that angle of like, what?
Yeah.
Is it true they shot the whole thing on VistaVision or 70mm or something?
It's shot on film. It looks like gorgeous. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's just like such a waste. Like what they do with it, the actual story.
It really is. That's the best way to describe it. Waste of talent, waste of visuals, waste of money. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. Well, I'm glad we could connect on that one because No Investigator 7827 has one. Hello, Sards, and welcome, Kayla. A Kayla-themed question for all. What celebrity's career has been the most riveting saga for you to follow throughout your life, tracking their ups and downs, falling in and out of favor with the public, putting out work that meets the cultural moment or completely misses the mark, etc.? I've got an answer to kick this off, and we
Go
just
for it.
mentioned him with Peter 5'8". It's got to be Kevin Spacey. Like a spectacular fall from grace. Like that, the early like projects he was a part of was so good, and then just everything that came out with him and his weird YouTube videos, and just all topping off with Peter 5'8" and tap dancing in Tel Aviv. Like it's just so insane.
That's a classic. I want to go back and revisit that. Can someone put that on IMDb? I'll rate it.
I'd probably say Chalamet is my answer for that. I feel like he's just always very interesting every time award season comes around. There's a lot of sort of discourse around him from being this sort of like artsy kid in these more queer-centered, women-centered films, and people trying to project that onto his real-life persona, when in real life he's a white kid from New York City who loves the Knicks. And like I like that sort of that heel turn transformation that he's had, the Kylie Jenner of it all. It's been very fascinating for me to cover over the years.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, people projecting weird shit onto celebrities always is just it's so not healthy. Like people should just be more realistic about the concept of a person. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go with maybe Brad Pitt right now, because it feels like there's a big Brad Pitt bubble, in terms of everything that we know about him, and like all of his kids are changing their names. Like there's just so much weird shit that's going on behind the scenes, and it feels like the industry is like collectively like, no, we're not doing this with Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? It's just very, very weird vibes right now in terms of Brad Pitt's like star power, and what everyone is just kind of like, okay, we're not going to address these things. You know what I mean?
Can you read the first part of the question again?
Where was it? Oh my god, I've lost it.
Retro.
Oh no, there it is. What celebrity's career has been the most riveting saga for you to follow throughout your life?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you can't say Derek.
Will Smith is up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has to be Derek, right?
Oh yeah, Will Smith's a great one.
Will Smith is pretty legendary, right? Like because I was into the weird like family lore when I was doing my After Earth review. Like I was saying a lot of shit that now people are learning about after the slap. I love how the slap is a cultural event too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And now he's just like,
God, I wish I was watching that one.
Yeah, no, he's like trying to revive his hip hop career, and just kind of doing like a really embarrassing job at it.
I love BBLs. So out of touch. Yeah.
I'll be keeping an eye on Will for sure. And also his family by proxy.
It's like he doesn't know how to be a human being anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good answers there. Should we round off with one more here?
Sure.
Let's do this one then from Soggy Perspective 604. Several years ago, Adam, Alex, and several other YouTubers made videos discussing media that traumatized them when they were younger. Jake and Kayla, what pieces of media had the biggest impact on you when you were younger and scared you to death?
Oh, I can give you two answers. My first one is Coraline. Great movie. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. And The Ring. I watched The Ring when I was way too young.
Hell yeah.
And Samara, like I literally used to hallucinate her in my closet, and I would be like so scared as a child. Both movies that I appreciate now, obviously, but like when I was a kid, no way.
Yeah, it's that tape.
How young were you when you watched The Ring?
Oh my god, I was probably like 11, maybe 12,
Damn.
Around there. But like, I'm a bitch. I'm a scaredy cat. So like, that was one of those things where it's like
it's a terrifying movie though.
It is really genuinely scary.
No, it's so scary, and like you watch it with like your friend when you're not supposed to be watching it. Your parents don't know what you're doing, and and it was bad. It was rough.
Damn.
Yeah.
The DVD menu of The Ring, like if you leave it for long enough, it'll like.
Oh, did it start doing the video?
Well, so there's like there's like a featurette where you can watch like the video uncut, like without the reaction shots of the people in the film watching. So it's like you're watching what they watched, like just the video in of itself.
Yeah, I've watched that on YouTube. I do it like regularly.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
And then on the DVD, when it goes back to the main menu, it like is the same as before, but after a certain amount of time, it'll play like the sound effect of your phone or ringing, like a landline, just to like fuck with you, which is so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I have never seen The Ring.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a Gore Verbinski certified classic.
No, I know. I need to watch it.
One of you should recommend that.
Yeah, well, maybe in October or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a time I feel like I wasn't traumatized so much by horror movies, but by the trailers when I was a kid, because I was way too scared to watch any horror movies. But I have a specific memory of my sister, who's 4 years older than me. She'd watch movies with her friends and have them over. And I remember The Village came out on DVD. And that was the movie all the teenagers wanted to watch, or middle schoolers or whatever. And I remember them watching it and screaming. And I was so scared. I thought they were going to die. I was like in the other room listening to the movie, but I couldn't watch it, But I was like, this is not normal. Like they're in distress. They're going to die, So
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I know about The Village, and that's very funny to me.
Mm-hmm. M. Night. Another interesting career.
M. Night. Kayla, are you an M. Night fan?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Well, I mean, I'm a casual in that, he made some good stuff, and then he made the live action Avatar and some other bullshit. And now I'm not as much of a fan. I will defend what's that one movie? Cooper is the Butcher. What is the fucking name of that movie with the
Trap.
concert?
Oh my god, Trap.
Oh, Trap.
Just because it was...
Yes.
I just remember...
I love how you said that as a quote to like, that's the first thing you were thinking of when you thought the movie, is that line delivery.
Cooper is the Butcher.
Cooper is the Butcher.
That's awesome.
I just thought it was so entertaining. Like, I mean, I'm into it in that way.
Okay.
It was fun.
I thank you so much. I love Trap, and yeah, it's been tough.
It's hilarious.
Defending that film.
Okay. Whatever. Alex and I are haters.
Yeah.
The stands went after us.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Crazy.
M. Night has stands. Isn't that weird?
I think that movie specifically has like a pretty interesting following. Like Mia Khalifa is like the biggest Trap fan ever, and she tweets about it all the time.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. More power.
All right. Well, thanks for the questions.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did a great job. And I guess it's time for a recommendation. And I think it's my turn.
It is.
What do you got?
I'm about to like de-normify here. Okay, we're about to like get some interest. We've had too much normie happening. Okay, we're about to.
Right.
We're gonna go for a film that I've already seen, called Misericordia from 2024, directed by Alain Guiraudi, and it's a journey. Don't look up too much about it, is all I'll say.
Okay, yeah, I've just found it. This looks interesting.
And I'm excited to talk about it.
It's French.
Yeah.
You had to think about it.
Well, I think the director is he might be. Oh, he is French. Okay, yeah, he's only French. For some reason I thought that he might have been like born in Spain or something, because everybody thinks Gaspar Noé is French and he's actually Argentinian. But that's another story.
I didn't know that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You would assume he's French with all the... Anyway, Misericordia 2024. If you don't want to be spoiled for this, watch this before the next episode comes out. We release these episodes every 2 weeks. You can listen to them early by going to sardonicast.com, sign up for premium. It's only a few bucks a month, or patreon.com/Sardonicast does the same thing. Or click join on the YouTube thing. And then just make sure if you want the ad-free version on YouTube, you got to go to the community posts tab for the unlisted video, because YouTube doesn't let. It's silly. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. Okay, just it's YouTube's fault. But turn on the bell or whatever. Even if you're not a member, turn on the bell. Then you'll get the notifications. Do you know how many comments I get throughout all my different channels of people saying, "Oh, YouTube stopped sending me your videos. Turn on the fucking bell." That's your fault.
Turn on the fucking bell.
You can't complain. This is
bell,
within
man.
your control. Hit the bell. It's not the same as subscribe. You have to hit the bell. Smash that like button. Leave a comment. Give us all your money.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much for joining, Kayla. That was an awesome discussion. Great recommendation. And
Yes, thank
really
you.
loved having you here.
Thanks for having me.
Is there anything you'd like to plug also?
You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Kayla Says. I also have a reading channel called Kayla Reads, where I talk about books. And what else? I have a link tree with all of my socials that you can take a look at. And I have a Patreon where I make weekly bonus exclusive content for just $2 a month. So check all those things out.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And I guess this is where we all say goodbye to the listeners.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a happy
Yeah, have a happy Shrek.
John
5.
Travolta in drag.
Happy John Travolta.
Or don't.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye everybody.
Mate.